Hello, I'm Helen Higson, and we thought you'd like some background information on the documents that you're able to see on this site. They all come from a project on intercultural competence training at Aston University, and that's the area that in the first document, which is my inaugural lecture given in October 2009, you'll see an overview of some of the issues. The main objective of what we're trying to do is to improve the learning of all students in diverse situations. That means overseas students and those who perhaps have less experience of working or studying abroad or don't speak a second language. And when you're preparing students to be global citizens, global employees, you need to make sure that they can deal with a range of crossing boundaries situations. And in the inaugural lecture, we start showing, first of all, the theoretical framework behind some of our work, but also some of the techniques, arts-based practice techniques, that might be quite useful for your own practice. The three main theoretical frameworks come from the works of Hertzfeldt, 2007, who was looking at home students. Then there's Ippolito, again 2007, and finally Wellikalia and Watkins, who were looking at storytelling as a way of getting all sorts of students to be engaged about crossing boundaries in the classroom. One of the things that we found when we were doing this work is that we actually needed to look at this from a university, an institutional perspective. And the second document that you'll find in this repository looks at how you can produce an intercultural awareness strategy across the university using top-down, bottom-up techniques, but also the facilitation of a group of middle managers. And so some of the work we've done more recently has been with staff rather than students. And the next document you have is a paper we wrote which was looking at the effectiveness of providing intercultural awareness training for academic staff. It showed that if you can train them early on, for example in a postgraduate certificate, they can use that very effectively in their work. And the final two documents that you have are to do with the work that we've been doing with the postgraduate certificate and the academics. It shows the ways in which we show them the effect of diverse classrooms and how important it is to look at all the different ways of learning. And finally, because we know you'll be really interested in this, there's an evaluation of arts-based learning and why it's effective. Throughout this work, I've worked with a group called the MAP Consortium, and there's a link to their website on our site here. They're an inspirational group of artists, painters, writers, actors, and by using them we've managed to get away from surface learning to a deeper learning, and we've had some effects which have been far larger than the more traditional academic lecture tutorial approaches. So we hope that you'll find these materials really useful and that they will inform your practice and help your students.